Hello, everyone, and welcome to Pardot series. It's the sixth consecutive day, and this day is completely dedicated to lead qualification feature, which is provided by Pardot. So, I am a Salesforce certified Pardot specialist, and I'm the speaker for today. That's Aarti Mahajan. And you can follow us on hashtag Salesforce Apex Hours, and you can also look for us on www.apexhours.com. So I'll just give you a short introduction from my end for myself. So I am a Power specialist, a very proud Salesforce marketing champion, as I have dedicated many of the years of my career in marketing, understanding the strategies, applying the strategies, running many of the campaigns. Nextly, I'm very happy to share that I have featured on Eternal Solutions Private Limited blogs. So you can go ahead and you can read those blogs. Also, you can follow me on LinkedIn with the help of link that I'll be also providing you in the description. So the agenda for today would be wherein we'll be covering two topics, that is need for qualification and lead scoring. Now, lead qualification is the most important step as it's the initial part of any buying process. It's important to use your marketing efforts in a right way, otherwise it would be a completely waste of your time and resources. You have many leads and no function in place to check which lead is most important in your products and services, which lead is the ideal buyer for you, right? So many of the businesses those are trying to capture a new opportunity takes a lot of time and efforts. Many times sales teams just get overwhelmed with leads, which results in losing leads through cracks or focusing more on the leads which later not tend to be a potential buyer. So lead qualification process helps you filter your leads and pass them to the sales team, ensuring only good leads are worked upon, right? So in the lead qualification part, we have two very good features that Pardot offers. One being scoring and other being grading. So what scoring does? This feature, it evaluates the interest of prospect in your product and services, and scores are calculated according to prospect engagement with your marketing assets, which directly shows them whether the prospect is a real buyer. Is he really interested in your products or services, or is it just something that he is being diverted to? Also, Parat offers some default scoring rules which can be customized according to your priorities, and you can also automate scores through automations and engagement studios, and also some completion actions that Parat provides. And nextly, when it comes to grading, grading is a system that checks and assigns a profile according to defined criteria. Grading helps a business to evaluate and find the best prospect, which makes their ideal prospect. About lead scoring, if we go in detail, Pardot score is used to define the interest of prospects in the product or services offered by your organization. So this interest can be calculated by various ways, like if a prospect is landing on your landing page, if he is filling up a form, submitting a landing page, there would be a score which could be assigned to him. Also, scoring helps to define the Pardot thinking criteria as well, and Pardot score can be positive or negative. The scores will be positive for activities like Pardot email opens, click forms, etc. Scores will be negative for actions, say unsubscribe. Whenever a prospect unsubscribes from your Pardot, from your marketing assets, of course, he's not much interested now. So let's not waste much time on it, right? Now, let's go to the par.org and check that how does the par scoring really works. So let's click on par settings. Here we would find scoring rules under automation settings and scoring. Here we have those scoring rules which are provided by Pardot by default. We have a score of 3 whenever a prospect clicks on custom redirect links. Other than that, whenever a prospect accesses a file or he downloads the file, the points would be added to 3. Also, the most important indicator that a prospect is interested in your products is the form submission, right? So for form submission, we have kept a score of 80 because that's most important for our organization. Ahead of that, we have the landing page success of 50 points. So whenever a prospect lands on landing page, he completes that landing page, then his score would be added with 50 points. Apart from that, we have opportunity lost points, that is minus 100. If unfortunately the opportunity is lost, the 100 points would be subtracted from the prospect's current score. Going ahead, we have the points, that is third party clicks, then we have webinar attended and visitors sessions. So now let's go ahead and edit some scoring rule and try it out. So as I said, form submission is the most important for us. So let's put it at 85 and let's edit and save. Now this would reflect here. The form submission points have changed from 80 to 85. Now let's go ahead and check whether how is it going to apply. Now in the forms, we have this standard form. Let's consider it as a webinar form. Click on view online. And let's put a prospect details. So here, as you can see, we have this prospect with the name Nitin Salunke, and his score currently is 77. Let's go ahead and put his details. Email address. And submit. So earlier, Nitin's score was 77. And now his score is 170, as it has been added with the score 170. And here also you can check that he has filled the form earlier also, and he has filled the other form now. So the scores has been evaluated accordingly. Now, when it comes to scoring, you have various automations or various engagement studios which can help you to assign a good scoring to your prospect, to give a threshold that when the prospect reaches this score, he is the best prospect for us. In automation, I'll just show you that what are the completion actions that you can apply and what can be the criteria for that. So here you can check whether a prospect has filled a particular form. If you want to ensure that if a particular form, a webinar form has been filled, then the score should be adjusted by this much, not the default score that has been provided in Pardot, or not the org level score that we have provided there. This score should be applied to a particular form. Then you can just select that particular form and select was completed successfully here and assign a score. So for scoring, you have several options here. You can go ahead and adjust the prospect score by might be 90, and you can save this automation rule. Now this would be applied to all the prospects whosoever has filled this particular form, and the score should be adjusted by 90. This would be the action that Pardot would take automatically. And this rule can run in real time. Ahead of this automation rule, we do have the actions in Engagement Studio. Let's go ahead and try it here. Now here you can have a look that in the actions you have an adjust score action also. So by that the score would be adjusted by this much. First you can select an email, and there you can have a trigger that if the email was open, then the score should be adjusted by this much score. If the prospect has filled this form or has completed this landing page, then his score should be adjusted by this much. So that is completely possible in Engagement Studio, very easy to use, and this can be done in automation rules. Also, the scoring completion actions can be assigned on email templates too. So whenever you draft an email like this one, you can go to completion actions, and here you can specify if a prospect has opened an email, then the completion action would be adjust the score plus minus anything. Also, if you had clicked on this email, then also you can see whether the score should be increased or decreased. So this is when it comes to the scoring part. The scoring can be applied anywhere whenever the completion actions can be applied in Pardot. So guys, that's all for this session for the current topic that I have taken up. And let's meet tomorrow. That's the day 7. And we'll be discussing about grading in that. Thank you so much.